Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to another Going Old School Retro Discussions. As always, we got our good buddy Jens with us. What's going on, Jens?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, glad to be here with you and Red Gaze and that. So, chilling out with the retro discussions.
Yeah, man. It's going to be another fun time, I'm sure, and we got the awesome, the creative, the talented Red Gaze in the house. What is up, Rez?
What's up, my friends? Not too much. It's been kind of a lazy Monday. We got a wintry mix happening outside, which I think is totally gay. Not too fond of, but that's okay. It's all right. I'm doing well. Hail the chat. Hell.
Yeah, and what's going on? Speaking of the chat, we got Good Stuff, Comic Skater in the house. What's up, Good Stuff? Brutal Morning Good. Whew, made it. I tell you, for a guy with no life, I'm remarkably busy. I know what you mean. I'm having that problem myself. Solar Warden is in the house. What's going on, Solar Warden? Lasso of Truth, always in the house. Thank you so much every single time that you were here. The lovely Sherry also in the house. What is going on, Sherry? I'm Not Creative 22. What is up, buddy? Good to see you. Guys, we got another one for you, but first I want to start off, and I want to preface it with this. I know that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be talking about everything because the flavor of the month has arrived and is probably going to be here for another 2 weeks, and everybody's going to be talking about thought, asexual love, and menstrual blood. And I'm sure it's going to be on everybody's lips. Every single YouTuber is going to be talking about it over and over again. And they're going to sit there and they're going to keep bringing up the house of the mouse that rubs a child's back out over and over again. Look, if you want to sit there and talk about these groomers and hate watch on that trash, you could do it all day long. But the Guinea Pig Collective is not going to waste their time with that kind of trash. We're going to close the fridge door. We're going to go back to what we love. We're going to watch some old Battlestar Galactica, some old Buck Rogers, and we're going to play with some old goddamn toys because that's fun. That shit is not. I don't like being preached at by these companies. I sure as hell am not going to hate watch their trash. So with that out of the way, do you guys have anything to say on that?
F them in the A.
Yeah. If it weren't for Moon Knight, I'd be like you, so be proper 100% out.
Well, maybe I'm hoping they change your. I'm hoping they change your mind really soon.
They probably will.
I think if Disney only torture them little bastard kids, then I'm happy with that. I'm not bothered. Some of them little kids need to learn a lesson in life, and if it's that sort of like
what
abuse. Moment, then I'll just say, yeah, you know.
Yeah, they usually try to disappoint you by the end of the series. That way, you watch the whole thing. So get ready.
Yeah, half the time they're not even waiting to the halfway through the series anymore. Tina Bochin, what's going on? Good to see you. Wookie, what up, Wookie? I know that name is going to be gone soon, ain't it, Wookie? I'm going to miss that name.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not creative. Fuck Disney.
I think the realize though that if they are gonna like really soy a program to do it on the last episode, where then at least they've got like 6, 7, 8, 9 episodes of you been watching before you're like, oh no.
No, they can F you by 6 in this one.
Yeah, it's sort of like that compilation DVDs or CDs you can get where all of the first like 10 songs are great, and then they've got one crap one that they have to fill it with. You're like, oh, I want to put that on. You always make sure you like get someone to turn it off before it hits that song.
Well, I want to state this though. Thank you so much. I'm Not Creative for dropping the links in the chat. Make sure you get Reds on. I know everybody, if you want to check it out, Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance is still available, and I can't remember if I had the link in the bottom of this one or not. Damn it! I really do got to check that stuff.
Very easy. Just go to sunsworn.com.
There you go, guys. Make sure you check that out. Don't forget Vinny with Shadow of the Kraken, who has just finished, and he's getting ready to move into the fulfillment phase very soon. And, of course, our buddy Chris Fisk. And Nerium working on bonds too. Make sure you sign up and get all the information for that upcoming book as well, guys. Make sure you support independent creators. But one of the reasons I wanted to mention that, because I know we've seen it over and over again. We see all these people, they sit there and they talk about how bad these companies are doing it, how much they're destroying everything from our childhood, yet they sit there and they hate watch on this shit and talk about it repeatedly for weeks on end. And it drives me nuts. And it was one of the reasons when I started my own show, I was like, I'm not going to sit there and talk about that trash. I'm going to talk about something that's fun. We're going to start off with something that's, I would say it's probably in the mid-range of fun, but we're going to kind of warm you up to the better stuff, because we're going to be talking about G1 Shockwave later on, and of course, Muscle. And here we go with the first clip.
So we got our good buddy Cringer. What's up, Cringer? So as we all remember, a lot of restaurants actually had things available at these fast food restaurants for kids to get. Like from 1986, we got these weird little helicopter and a biplane with Grimace and a Fry Guy. Just a few of the things that we've seen, along with little cars like the Big Mac and the Ronald McDonald. I believe these had the pullback feature. Yeah, they used to, at least at one time. These ones don't really appear to work anymore. Maybe this one does. Ah, that one does. Weird train set piece where Ronald will kind of wave out the side of the train. And of course they did like Matchbox style cars with McDonald's logos all over them. They also did weird things like this. This cup, actually, I can't get it to work because the original battery blew up, but there was a sound feature in this one. I would like to figure out what it did. It also came out with things like this. It was a little coin purse. They also did stuff like this, little miniature figures. Obviously, there's a whole lot of Hamburgers in here, and there's only one single Ronald McDonald. I don't know what happened. I guess it was just the luck of the draw when these ones were getting picked up. Who knows? There were also weird things like this. Little hamburger. Party favor thing. This was actually made in 96. Also have a bunch of these bag ones from the Ronald Scholar's Happy Meal box computer, which looked like a Happy Meal box with a computer in it, to the Happy Meal Festin, whatever. Looks like a hamburger. Chicken McNuggets, Fisher Price. The Food Foolers Double Identity. It's a soda, and it looks like it had some kind of sound activated feature to it. And Food Foolers, that looks like, I guess it's a Chicken McNuggets box with a sound feature on it as well. Still bagged. To a whole host of other stuff that a Cringer apparently doesn't care for and kicked off the ledge. But other like food-like items that were play toys, most of these either Food Scholars or Fisher Price. And this big giant bag of McDonald's like food parts, for whatever the hell that was for, who knows. I don't know. My dad collected all kinds of weird things, and I still have no clue how or where he collected most of these things from. Just to show you that sometimes these companies did not always just get in partnership with some franchise like Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, etc., etc. But sometimes they made stuff that was actually individual to their store. Right, Cringer?
Oh, yeah.
It's some weird stuff, and the only reason I want to bring it up because we're so used to seeing everything, whether it's Transformers, My Little Pony, G.I. Joe, Smurfs, you name it, they came out with it. They even had GoBots out in one of the stores. I believe it was Wendy's that did GoBots. They were like plastic GoBots that they sold in the store. Yeah, I found a jet. Yeah, I found a jet. It was like the weirdest thing because it looked like a GoBot, but it looked like almost like a knockoff GoBot. And then when I started researching it, I was like, oh shit, that's actually a GoBot from Wendy's. So I was shocked.
Do you remember the McDonald's had the they were. I'm not sure if it was in line with Transformers or not, but they had the transforming like food items, like the burger box and stuff that would transform.
Right,
into
right,
robots.
right. That was the McDonald's McChangeables.
Those were goofy. I still have a bunch
a-
of the episode 1 Happy Meal stuff in bags somewhere that somebody gave me.
I still have an ass ton of those that McChangeables read. Like, I had a bunch to begin with, and then after I went through my dad's house, I wound up pulling at least a shoebox, full of those things. At least one shoebox, maybe more.
Damn, you should do stop motion skits with those, like Ricky does with the tomatoes.
I'll tell you what, though, for cheap little toys that they made back then, those things actually survived. Like, I've only found like 2, I think, out of like the dozens that I've only found 2 that were broke. That's it.
Wow. Well, they were usually pretty compact and solid.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I mean, but they were built to last. Like, you pick up a lot of these newer toys they have. I can't even tell you how many of the newer style toys that are broken all over the place.
Well, what's funny is at the time, those were like trash tier toys.
Exactly. You remember much about stuff like that, Jens, or did you avoid that stuff?
I've read to say I fucking didn't really see much of it because I have trouble, and I'm on my phone, so I have trouble like seeing the video sometimes. They'll just like stop. Like I sometimes will hear the commentary and audio, but it'll just be freezing. And this time it just proper went like off. It froze from about 3 seconds in.
It's got to be those British internet connections.
Yeah, I think there is some kind of blockage in sometimes because all that sort of traveling it's got to do.
Yeah, it is quite a bit of travel. So, I mean, just in case anybody, if you're having a hard time understanding Jens, it's not his fault.
Well, he don't know talking good like me and you, so his vocabularistics is limited.
Just in case.
That's right.
Hey, I got to play that at least. I got to play that at least once a stream, Jens. It's not my fault.
No, all right. Rocket's a good fucking character. At least it's not some like soy character that like is getting bitch slapped.
Cringer made him
like,
do it.
Yeah. If you start bringing any Eternals fucking clips for me, then yeah, I will be pissed off.
You know what? At the day I start like delving into stuff like that and bringing that on the channel is the day I'll probably shoot myself.
Yeah, well, that's okay then. Yeah, with the clips.
Wookie thinks you need subtitles, Jens.
Damn.
Yeah, but they don't work because unless I speak with a proper English accent, I'm afraid they can't interpret Yorkshire.
Wow, that came through quite clear.
This is what voice I use when I'm ordering any sort of food, and I specifically stated clearly in the Queen's English I wanted so and so, because they usually send it, don't they? Like, especially like takeaways where it's got foreigners who hardly can speak English and that, and so yeah, you say no chili and that, and so they just put loads of chili on. I said no chili. They just say chili, don't they? And so you just put loads on.
Hey, what's going on, Brady? Stay good to see you, science fiction and audiobooks, man. I hope you were doing well. Thank you for stopping in. Guys, remember to go ahead and share that link out. Let people know that we are here because YouTube likes to suppress guinea pigs, and that is not cool. We're your furry friends. We want to tell you exactly how it is, and we want to have a little fun. Yeah, posh Jens.
Get it trending.
Yeah. But anything more on the the food item toys?
Not really. I mean, they were fun at the time. I don't know. A lot of them I didn't like even as a kid, especially they were just the McDonald's brand stuff. But some of them were actually really fun. Like I remember back in the day when they had the actually the Happy Meal boxes themselves were like toys. Like when they did the plastic train sets, like we collected that whole thing and we used the shit out of those. Like those were G.I. Joe stomping grounds for years until they eventually came apart because they weren't that solid. But
I remember some of the other companies, Red. I don't know if you remember this, like Burger King, they were doing stupid stuff too. Like they would give out eraser top heads with the Burger King on it.
Yeah.
I don't really recall Taco Bell having their own branded toys. I do recall like one or two things from Wendy's. Like they had the Wendy's girl. But beyond that, like a lot of the other fast food restaurants, besides McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, a lot of the other ones didn't really do like in-house items.
Yeah. But I mean, as a kid, did anyone really want those eraser tops? Like I didn't. I know other kids were like into them, but I always thought they were kind of stupid.
Well, depending what razor top it was, though, because I remember you could get like I think Superman and Batman ones at one time, but obviously not from like free ones. You had to buy them.
Well, those are some that I would get and like actually play with as toys. If they were shaped properly. But for the most, like a Wendy's girl, who gives a shit about a Wendy's girl eraser top?
Apart from girls, on it. I think the idea behind these razor tops was just think they usually was for kids, weren't they? Just in case some other kid was trying to like borrow your pens and that and claim it was theirs. And then with teachers, if they didn't like see that pen every day or it was some kind of special pen while they put the razor tops on, they'd just be like, oh, well, whoever pen it is, you argue. But if it was just pen, you're like, oh, no, look, it's got my Batman or Hulk on. Then they're like, oh, yeah, give that pen back. Oh,
well, I don't know. I think some of those eraser tops were awesome. Like the Burger King one that I mentioned. That thing was so damn heavy. When you put it on the end of your pencil, it almost turned it into a small cudgel. You could almost beat somebody with that thing.
The worst hammer.
Wookie says, the first time I got a Happy Meal, the toy was a small plastic top. I'm old.
There's no shame in it. No shame in it.
Oh, man. It's one of those things that, like, most of the ones I do collect are most of the ones that are actually branded because those are the ones that are the most interesting. What I'm going to do with all these extra McDonald's ones, I have no clue. And why there were so many of those damn hamburglers is beyond me.
It was probably just bad luck of the draw. Like every week, maybe they ran out, of everything but hamburglers. So every time you went, you got a hamburglar.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's the funny thing, Red. I don't know if you knew this, and I didn't know this at first because when my daughters were of age when Pokemon was out, they wanted those stupid Pokeballs that they had from Burger King. Because they had like the little wind up. They weren't wind up though. Like some of them were like spinning tops, and some of them were squirting action Pokemon or whatever the hell they were. But they had a huge collection of them. She wanted the whole damn collection, and so I kept going back buying like multiple Happy Meals. Not even think about it because I never read the small print, and it turns out if you buy one regular meal like a value meal or whatever, like you buy one big meal, you could buy as many of those toys as you want.
Yeah.
And I was like, son of a bitch. She's just like, yeah, we'll put the box right on the table and you can pick out what you want. I'm like, son of a bitch. After I sat here a few days ago and I bought like 5 Happy Meals and nobody questioned why did I want to order 5 Happy Meals. I could have just bought the damn toys. Are you kidding me?
No, they might have just thought you were promiscuous and had a lot of children to feed.
Yeah. Well, you were generous and feeding like your kids' mates who friends, so you only have to have 2 kids.
Yeah, Wookie had a Jigglypuff card from Burger King, but it sold it. Yeah, I remember that was the other thing they were selling right around the same time as they had like the gold foil cards.
To someone stupid.
Most of those things are worth absolutely nothing. At the height of it, you could go out to the flea markets and you would pay, I think, maybe $2.50 for them at the most, which was cheaper than what they were in the damn restaurants. Yeah. If you go to McDonald's and you buy a regular value meal, you could just buy the toys separately. And usually they'll bring the box out and let you pick through them. Usually. Yeah, I didn't know that at first. And like a dummy, I was sitting there purchasing all those damn Happy Meals, looking like a goddamn fool.
There was that sort of thing with sticker albums where you was allowed to order like 10 sticker albums per household. And so like if you got to the state where you needed like 10 stickers to fill your album, but you couldn't find them, like you could order them. But it was one of them where you had to read the back.
Yeah, and that's the thing where it got a lot of people. They didn't read the fine print, and obviously, I was a meathead for not reading the fine print on the board that they had behind the counter. So, you know what? Those Happy Meals did taste good, though.
Yeah, these are life lessons, Tommy.
Yes, they are. Because damn it, it was a lot cheaper to get a value meal than it was to buy all those Happy Meals in the end. Well, the biggest problem is what do you do with all the damn soda cups? I mean, I guess you could always keep them and bring them in the next time you make a trip, but who's going to remember that?
Yeah, just stock them up. Use them at home.
How was everyone's Easter? I don't know. It was just another day to me.
Yep, same here.
Oh, well, my Good Friday, I got punched in the head, but because I've been pumped up on some action recently, we just went sort of like to the ground, and I was trying to get on top of him to do a ground and pound, but the cops came by then, so I just had to get off him. And then the idiot started fighting with the cops, and so yeah.
So when you went to get up off him, did you ask him this?
Anybody ever try to take your man home?
Well, no, because his bed was like one of them beds and was like trying to calm him down and getting well involved in the fight. Well, not involved in the fight, well close to the fight, because she wasn't doing out, but she was sort of like trying to like calm him down in that. And even when the cops came, because she like got pushed off at one stage by the cops because she was that close to when they was arresting him and that. But anyway, I think it's an ongoing case. So
you didn't try to hit on her afterwards?
Well, I had to fix my guitar strings because my guitar string got snapped in the caboodle.
That lasso of truth, I'm sure there's a lot of us that did the same exact damn thing. So take your manhood. Jens looked at that woman and said, I am not interested.
Jesus, it's only the biggest goddamn hole in the world.
No, like she was crazy. I mean, if she's finding some crazy loon who's gone around hitting people and that for no reason, attractive, then obviously like she's a bit crazy. But she's one of them women. I'm not crazed and like emotionally wrecked for them sort of women, because they love so they can like care them. They can care for them. Where he'll be need some caring probably when he gets out and that.
What's going on, Decepticons? Cave of Villains, welcome. It's good to see you. Oh man, so I want to break into the first toy break of the night, and I think I'm going to switch around my topics just slightly because I want to make sure Red gets in on the muscle topic.
Oh yeah.
So what we're going to hit our first toy break of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
So we got our good buddy Cringer. What's up, Cringer? Cringer's hanging out here and he is ready for another toy break. So here we go. So for this toy break, we actually have a small collection of some of the Indiana Jones 3 3/4 inch figures that we have. Of course, you got Toad. You have Indiana Jones, Sala, and of course the swordsman that Indy shot down. Of course, Indy was the one that actually came with like a quick draw action. He used to come with a gun and a little whip, both of which are missing. Sala came with a torch. Of course, he came with a sword, and Toad came with a small pistol as well as his removable cloak. Interesting little figures from that line. Oh, and before I forget, right there on his hand, he actually has the medallion that was going to be put on the Staff of Ra. These ones were made in between 1981 and 1982. The back of this one actually says 82 and made in the UK, and these were made from Kenner. Anyway, guys, that was your toy break for the day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I thought he was being a bit daring, having a bad guy from the World War II with his right hand sticking up, but then he was like, "Oh yeah,
I thought the same.
Hey, you know what? That's how the figure was in order to show off the medallion. How else was I going to show it off?
that's what saved you, isn't it? Because if anyone said, "Well, I had to show," well, that's how you show off his medallion and scar that he got. Or no, it wasn't a scar. It was a
burn.
Yeah, but
the medallion got burned into his hand.
No, but the thing in it, branding. Yeah, his metal branding, medallion branding that he got.
I remember at one point people were paying for that, like left and right, to get branded like cattle. I always thought that was so damn hilarious.
Yeah, well, it ain't so bad because it's one of them where fucking the ink, because like with tattoos, the ink fades, doesn't it? But with a branding, it's there. Unless like you get it scraped. But
Well, no matter what you do, that's going to hurt. It blisters up. I've seen when people got it done. It blisters up really bad. It's red all over the arm. Like, yeah, that's stupid. Master of the TDS, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you.
It's really more if you're a soy bitch. But
yeah, so Lasso of Truth wanted to say to you, Jens, so Jens is no Captain Save-A-Ho.
Well, I'm not. It's a criminal investigation going on. I'm not going to jeopardize me by trying to get up with like the suspect's girlfriend.
Jens, just use the Eddie Murphy. Use the Eddie Murphy. Use the Eddie Murphy defense, Jens. Wasn't me.
No, well, it would have been me because you've had the stretch marks to prove it, and I can't deny that I have got one of the greatest width bands that you'll see. So yeah, it'd been obvious it would have been me. And besides, she wasn't all that good looking. And even if she had been real good looking, she'd have to been like fucking Kelly Brook or Brock. I think it's what she uses. Good looking. Then,
I don't know. I don't think they ever came out with them Lasso. They only did the first movie, as far as I know, and they never did Temple of Doom. Because that line did not do very well. What's
Yeah,
up?
I
Yeah,
was-
Stargate. Go ahead, Jens.
Yeah,
Wow,
what's
what
me
is
getting
going
up
on with your mic?
Suspected bear talking with toys,
Yen's headroom.
retro stuff. It only happened like a few days ago. It's not retro.
I going to say something. See, even your phone is having a hard time understanding you. Your phone's stuttering.
That's because it knows that like if I start like talking too much, I'm gonna get myself into trouble. So on with the
Just call your
show.
phone a bigot.
What's going on, awesome one?
Cuck Alliance.
That's I'm pretty sure that's the Walton thing, ain't it?
Yeah, he's definitely the head of the Cuck Alliance.
Well, is that a pipe or is that a sax? That's a sax. I was going to say if that was a pipe, we all know hobbits use pipes.
I don't see any trees in there.
But yeah, I actually did have a few more of the toys from that line. I didn't have all of them, and I know they came out with a couple play sets. They had the what was it, the one where he was unveiling the Ark, because that came with the exclusive Belloc figure in the robes, the ceremonial robes and everything. That was at the end of the movie when he pulled the lid off the Ark. And they also had the Well of Souls as a play set as well. And they had I think the map room was actually a separate one too. They had a separate map room one that was like a little mini play set. But
That's
I
cool,
did
man. Like play sets are kind of a thing of the past. I mean, like the rollout stuff that you know you actually have to use your imagination for. And I don't see why, because that's a nifty little add-on that doesn't cost much.
Exactly. Well, you know what? Here's what a lot of these companies would wind up doing. They would actually wind up label swapping. For example, there was a Robin Hood Prince of Thieves playset that wound up just being label swapped from the Ewok Village.
Somehow I knew that was coming.
But I mean, if you could get away with it, why not?
Yeah, they used to do that stuff all the time. Like you would see these play sets for a brand that you're familiar with, and you're like, this shit has nothing to do with anything. Yeah, what is this? Like, oh, I had a walkie-talkie and a set of handcuffs, and somebody had those in the movie, so just slap the label on there.
Yep. And every single one of them had it. Wookiee showing a little bit of love for the Ewoks there. What's going on, Steven? And Nelson, the gentleman's in the house as well. Go ahead, Jens.
Yeah, then places where you're like, I don't remember Spider-Man having spider cuffs, but oh well.
He does now.
Yeah, he does now.
Screw the webs. We're using cuffs today.
Oh no, what's this? Mention hardwood trees and look who shows up. Oh, no. Hell, everyone but the Wookiee. Oh no, not the Wookiee. What's going on? Chaos Boy. Always let the Wookiee win. Oh no, Soy Base Jeremy. That is a name I have not seen in a long time. A long time. But I know from the Indiana Jones, I also had that big 12-inch action figure that they had out. Like I don't care what people say. That thing is more like a doll than an action figure. But still, I still have that damn thing. The only thing I'm missing is the little idol that came with, because it came with the little golden head idol from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I never had any Indiana Jones action figures or any merchandise really, because my dad wasn't into it.
Still moving, huh? Well, I hope the move goes well. Oh no, look at this. Hail the clean peen. Can we be certain of that? Walton's talking about it, but I don't think there's any proof, and I know I'm not going to find out.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want proof?
I think we get Scotty to do it because he kind of looks like Mr. Clean. I think he's the guy to check.
Yeah, and he's used to getting his hands dirty.
I'll just check the medical records.
Someone needs a timeout. Mention trees. Yep. Yeah, see. He loves it. He secretly loves it. The guy has a hell of a sense of humor. I will give him that. He puts up with a lot of grief from all of us.
Yeah, he fucking has to take a lot of shit from you and smell it.
Sniff it, Walton. Sniff
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
Get down in there.
What? It's like, yeah,
Well, he's right in
all
that
right.
zone.
Yeah, it's like, all right, yeah, so we take the piss a little bit, but fucking Tommy sent the shit.
Might be time for another relighting of the candle.
Yeah, man. Break the
Oh,
candle out
right.
again. I sure hope so, Soy Base Jeremy. That's what we were going for. No homo. Oh no, Wookie's got it. Walton's barnacle peen. Tommy's mean to Steven. Oh, we're not going to see tears in the chat over this, are we? Because if we are, let me know. Because I'm going to have to mute myself because I'm going to start laughing. Steven is the closest to a pagan saint I've ever known for dealing with the shit we give him. He wants it.
Yeah, let's be fair. Most of it is self-inflicted. He brings this shit on himself.
Literally.
Okay, maybe not all of it, but a lot of it.
48 ounces at a time, from my understanding.
Oh, damn.
Bean micropeens. Whoa. Yeah, in case anybody has not been paying attention, Steven has the clean your peen movement going on, and he will be switching over to the ladies pretty soon. Don't worry, he is not a racist or sexist bigot. He will be coming up with the clean your bean movement very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Light a candle, maybe enjoy a nice peen bath. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Let the soy flow through you. Oh no. Wookie's crying.
Oh, Wookie's crying.
Hashtag clean your barnacle peen. He didn't put it all in there, but I knew what he meant. Okay, we're going to get to one of the topics right now that I know Red was actually interested in. And this one, it took me a minute to, you have flick bean, beans.
Flick, flick, flick.
Soy bean. Oh no.
Yeah, you definitely want to clean that soy off of it.
Hashtag restore peace between Walton and Tommy. This is not my fault. I want to just say he tried to mean me, and badly, I might add. Yeah, clean your bean.
I tried to warn him, Tommy. He's fucking with the wrong ones. He just won't listen.
Yeah, go
Much
after
easier
somebody like
targets
Scotty.
out there.
Yeah, go after Scotty. He can't meme either. Oh, that's killing me. All right, guys, we're going to get into the first. It's actually broken up into two clips, so we're going to play both clips, and then we can get into discussion what you remember about this franchise. And we are going to hit old school again with an older toy franchise from the 80s with Muscle. Hey, guys, what's going on? Tommy and Rorschach. What's up, Rorschach? Say hello to the people, Rorschach. You are a star. You just don't know it yet. Anyway, guys, we got another toy line to show off. This one is a little bit of an older one, and we hope you enjoy that. Later, people. So, today we are delving into the strange and obscure toy lines that were out in the 1980s. Now, this one was originally released in 83, but we're going to have to talk about the back history a little bit so you understand it. Well, what are we talking about? We are talking about Muscle. Millions of unusually small creatures lurking everywhere. The line included a whopping 236 2-inch tall official figures, a board game, and an NES game, Tag Team Match Muscle. Some other items that were available for the Muscle line were considered accessories, such as the hard-knockin', rockin' ring wrestling arena, where basically you set up your muscles like you would with the old Rock'em Sock'em robots. Of course, like every other franchise, they had a poster, but this one was the official Muscle Collect 'em All poster. And much like all the other toy lines in that era, this one was received via way of a cutout mail-away on the back of the figure boxes. And as you can see in the background, there was also the Muscle Battlin' Belt that also doubled as a mini ring in the center. Unfortunately, the ring on this one is missing. There was also little side storage cases that would go around the belt that you could store more of your Muscle figures in. And now the story behind the Muscle line presumably is as follows. Mattel was looking for a new product in the mid-80s and came across the Japanese-based Kinkishi line, originally released in 1983. The Japanese version was basically a story that started as a parody of comic book superheroes in the 1970s and morphed into a cosmic wrestling story. Now, Mattel continued with the wrestling theme, manufacturing figures from 1985 to 1987 based off the Kinkishi sculpts. There were good guys, and there were bad guys, and they fight, and that's pretty much it, and they lurk everywhere. The good guys were led by Muscle Man, good guy leading group called the Thug Busters, and Terrible, the bad guy, commanding the Cosmic Crunchers. And with collecting a lot of these things, not only do some people go with the Mattel names, but they also go with the Kinkishi line names as well. So if you are searching for these things, you might see them with names that vary slightly different from what you are probably used to. Mostly at the time, these were sold in packs of 28 or packs of 4, and there were 4 different variations on the packs that you could wind up buying. There were 10 packs made available later on, which were usually in plastic trash cans with shrink wrap on them. Now, of course, the Muscle figures started off in a single color, pink. But you know, that's not always a sure success with the boys line, so they wound up adding a bunch of different colors into these figures to draw more attention to them and hopefully to hit a wider audience. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this one.
Shaq would just like to remind you, if you like what you've seen and what you heard, go ahead and destroy that like button.
It had to end with Rorschach because he was being a butt and he wanted more camera time.
Do these guinea pigs know that they live in a microwave?
It is just like a little turntable inside a microwave, except this one's got a light in the center.
Looks a little more roomy too.
Yeah, just a bit. So, I mean, how much do you remember about that line, Red?
Oh, I love Muscles, man. Like they were the perfect toy because they were cheap, so you could talk your parents into them very easily. Yeah, like you said, at least 4 in a pack. I don't know if I ever got any of the large packs, but I got plenty of those 4 packs. I had a ton of these things, man. Lots of doubles, but that was okay. And they were just cool. Like there were action figures that were like the He-Man action figures, for example. Like they pretty much kept to their same shape. They weren't really posable. And those kind of annoyed me. But with the Muscles, it was different for some reason because they were smaller. They were somewhat bendable, you know, so you could wrestle with them. And it didn't really take you out of it. And the weird thing is, once they came out with the colored line, I didn't even care for that too much because I liked, I don't know, for some reason I got used to the pink ones. And something about the colored version seemed almost cheaper. I don't know, like they didn't seem as bendable. Maybe it was just me. I'm not sure. But I didn't care for the colored ones. I liked the pink ones.
Now, some of the colored ones do seem harder. That like they almost seem like it's a harder type of rubber or something. Now, I know there actually was a change in the type of rubber they were using right around that time. Because if you get some of the earlier figures that are made out of rubber from the late 70s into the early to mid 80s. Those things, if you put them against something plastic, and I only noticed because I've seen it multiple times over my dad's house, if they sit against something plastic, they will literally melt right through it.
Wow.
It's a crazy shit I ever seen because I had an old Tyco racetrack and I had this old like rubber mummy figure. Nothing spectacular, just a big giant like soft rubber freaking mummy figure. It melted right into the Tyco track. And I was able to grab the mummy and pull him. He came out of the track fine. It's as much as he was melted all the way in there, it looked like he was jammed in there. He came right out, no problem. That track, a total fucking melted mess.
Wow. Yeah, but I love these things, man. Like some of them came in really stupid poses, but there were so many of them that you could just toss those aside and not even like look at them, you know?
Well, I think the other thing too is just the interesting way that they were designed. Once again, like the Japanese market showing you how it's done. I mean, they did the same thing. If it wasn't for them, Transformers, GoBots, and a lot of these other lines would have never existed because it was these guys over in Japan using thought and imagination to come up with something different that you'd never seen before.
Yeah. Yeah, and it just worked. I don't know. Like everybody I knew, like all the kids I knew, they liked muscles. Like I never met anybody who didn't like muscles. Something about them, like it was just perfect. I don't know. I just really enjoyed them because there were so many. You know, they were easier to collect because, like we said, they're cheaper. Came in 4-packs. Like you didn't really buy individual muscles. You know, every time you got one, it's like you got 4 new toys, and they were just very easy to collect, you know? So you ended up with this army of muscles, and it didn't even matter if you had doubles. Like, who cares? Then you had tag matches, you know, with the same character.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's the number one thing, and you said it right there, collectible aspect of it, because there were so many different ones, and it was brilliant actually doing the mail-away poster for this, because that made the kids want to get it more. And I talked about this in the past when I was talking about the old catalogs that had the big giant, you know, the big giant show. Okay, these are all the figures in it with the little check marks next to them so you could collect them all, or you could see which ones are out there so you know which ones to look for when you went to the store. And I think that was one of the things that they did right with this series.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up, Walton?
Man, hail the chat. Hail everybody out there. Y'all loved all the joking going on earlier. Thank you, guys. Yo, do me a favor. Tommy's at what, 691. We need this man to get 9 more subs. We need to get him up to 700. The show, his presentation, his passion, his fire. This channel needs to be monetized. If y'all could share out links to his channel, links to the stream on all your social media, I'd appreciate that. Hail to y'all. Good to see you, Jens. Good to see you, Red. What's going on, Tommy?
Oh, man, having fun talking about muscle. Red, you were in the middle of a thought.
Oh, I was just saying, like, the following up on your thought, the collectible poster that showed all the different variations. Yeah, that was like marketing at its finest, because you got that poster and you're like, yeah, I got to get every single one of these MFers. And you were on a mission at that point. Like, until every one of those has a Sharpie mark through them, you're not done. You're going to keep on going. Absolutely, like one of the most collectible lines I've ever seen.
Honest to God, as soon I heard Red, like the last thing I heard before I switched off, and he was like, who doesn't like muscles? And I was like, oh, that's my cue. I got to show up now.
Juan's like, there's my chance to make it gay. I got to get in there.
And the Gap says it in the chat. You son of a bitch.
Jens, did you have anything to add on muscles?
Oh, yeah. Well, I like muscles. And it was that time of the, like, late 80s sort of wrestling shit, and so I got one of the pack things where, yeah, I think you got like about 25 or 30 odd like muscle figures, and yeah, I thought with the pink and all, I thought, oh yeah, it does look a bit shite, but I was thinking they were supposed to be painted and that, you know, so, but I never painted them. But I got them because, as Red Gaze was saying, like, yeah, they had some crazy figures. So you would see some of them that you liked and that, and then there would be the odd few where you're thinking, oh, that's a bit crazy and that. But it was one of them where there were so many of them and that. Yeah, you could have like crazy sort of combinations of whatever and that.
No, absolutely. And like we said, the collectible aspect of this, because there were so many different ones, these kids would spend so much time trying to collect them all. And if you were just buying the 4-packs, I can imagine you spent a lot of time going back to the store over and over again and picking up. And as far as the ones that I mentioned with the plastic garbage can, for the life of me, I could not figure out why there was all these little mini plastic garbage cans all up in my father's freaking attic. and then when I got back home and I was like, oh, that's right. I literally forgot all about that because my brother was huge into collecting these. And he actually had a lot more than what I showed on that little turntable. He had more than that. I just didn't find them all.
Really?
Yeah.
I know why you were up there. I know it was a really tough experience for you, buddy. You were finding all kinds of gems up at the your parents' house, man. I mean, what you didn't have time to look for them all when you were there, or?
No, I didn't have time to look for them when I was getting ready to film this.
Oh, okay. Oh, when you were getting ready to film it, you've got it all.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, man. Wow, that's incredible, brother.
Yeah, man. A lot
of these actually had a fair amount of detail on them for just being, little rubber figures.
Brittle Morningwood wants to know, who do I petition to get that coffee scented Clean Your Bean?
Tina Bojan
to be a coffee bean named Flicker.
No. Oh, hold on now, Brutal. Now, Tina Bojan is the cheerleader for the Clean Your Peen movement. But if anybody needs to be to spearhead Clean Your Bean, I would say Miriam Nova. You need to check in with her. She's not in the club, and she's a little upset. Miriam, she's not in our club. Tommy's not in the club either. He makes you kneel for stinky eel. But the rest of us.
What's going on?
What's going on, Vinny?
What's up, Vinny? What's up?
Hey, guys. Yeah, I just got back from the store. I wolfed down some food. I'm like, I'm going to jump on Tommy's stream. So I'm here.
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure to have you on, my friend. Always a pleasure. And what's going on the Bone? I like Bone.
Hell
yeah. Hail Bone.
There's something Walton doesn't get to say very often. What's going on, George Lucas? George Lucas, I like my bean mean and clean.
That's right. Thank you, George. Good look, brother.
Who doesn't like a nice, clean peen? Isn't that right, Kathleen?
He usually just looks at it and all, but now he's going cleaning.
That's right.
I don't understand a word that man just said.
I said he only appears to look. But now he's going cleaning.
Yes, absolutely.
Clean your peen, everyone.
Clean it.
I'll tell you what, a bunch of slack-jaw faggots in this place always worried about keeping everything clean. Listen to the body. It doesn't matter how filthy you get, the women are still swimming all over you.
I think the second Tommy gets monetized, he's going to be demonetized.
What's going on, Ancient One? Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, brother.
What's up, man?
Thank you so much for slinging links out there, guys. Please smash the like button, share out the link. Let's get Tommy to 1,000 subscribers.
Do it.
Yeah, now. Chaos Boy, I couldn't agree more. Japan needs to take over Hollywood, man. Japan, they've been doing it right for a number of years. And like I said before, it wasn't for them. A lot of these lines we're just talking about muscle. If it wasn't for Japan, muscle would have never happened. If it wasn't for Japan, GoBots would have never happened. Transformers would have never happened. Even G.I. Joe to an extent wouldn't have happened, because if it wasn't for Takara buying the big 12-inch tall G.I. Joe figures and importing to Japan, turning them into the Henshin Cyborg, shrinking them down to turn them into Micromen, and then transporting them back to America by way of Mego to become the Micronauts, who knows if the G.I. Joe line would have hit. I mean, because right around that it was right after Micronauts hit. That's when Star Wars hit, and it was like, oh, let's do that 3 3/4 inch that Japan is importing, because that seems to be the thing to do. And of course, everybody else wound up falling in line with that until Masters of the Universe came out with their big 5.5 inch tall figures.
So Japan literally set the trend for all of that during the 80s.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
Japan's still kicking ass over there with some of the shit that they've been creating. A lot of those lines that they've been working on. Chaos, what's up, man?
What up?
No.
That's so true. We got awesome people here.
Yes, we do. It's the best chat on YouTube.
What's up, my good buddy Slasher McSplitter, man? I hope you're doing well. I know you got a move coming up soon. Hope all goes well with that. What do we got going on here? Smells like boiled hot dog water in here. Oh no, that's terrible.
Someone's not cleaning their peen enough.
Nah.
I do have an interesting story for hot dog water. Now this one is actually kind of
Barack
funny.
Obama?
No, it's even better than that. So We took a trip down to South Carolina. We were just going there, hanging out, and took my brother down there to go to Myrtle Beach, go hang out, check the chicks out, and everything like that. So we took a cooler with some bologna and some ham and some cheese in there, make sandwiches on the way. The only thing left was some cheese and some bologna in the bottom of that thing with all the melted ice. So I dared him to drink the bologna water, and he wouldn't drink it. So I triple dog dared him, and he drank the bologna water. Wound up shitting his pants all over the place, running around on the golf courses down there with a bottle of Pepto-Bismol like a slack-jaw faggot.
Damn, that's pretty harsh. That's pretty hard.
I said my girlfriend had a really big pussy. A really big pussy.
Damn. It was like a
echo. The echo.
Looked like a Yeti's footprint.
I didn't have a photo of Shane Black, so I just pulled up Harrison.
Oh no! Is that going to be Walton's new tricycle, the green mean peen cleaning machine?
No, wait, you're adding on to that chaos. I mean, Tommy, I can't even think with y'all in this mother. Oh my God, you son of a bitch! I'm going to learn how to meme. God damn it, Tom! I'm going to learn how to meme.
Jesus, it's only the biggest goddamn hole in the world.
What a dick! I hate this guy.
Oh, that was me. That wasn't Tom.
I hate that guy too.
And Walton release a Walton plushie.
Darren was talking about that this morning. Gaze, you explain that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to myself.
What? I barely remember.
Man, you really pay attention. Thanks,
It's been
man.
a long day.
Now, we were talking about on the show this morning. She said that she wanted to make a plushie so that every time I say something stupid, she could punch it.
I must have missed that part.
Yeah. You missed that part. And hail to the chat. Thank you guys so much for your Vinny, thank you for letting some of us read Shadow of the Kraken last night. Look for errors, dude. That book looks beautiful, dude. Congratulations on finishing.
A pleasure. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I made all the corrections today. There was a couple other like minor things that I tweaked as well, but I should be. I'm going to be. I think putting the order in for my sample copies either tonight or tomorrow morning. So just going to do one more quick comb over on the entire book. But Shadow of the Kraken is complete. For those who didn't see my stream last night, it is finished. So get ready. Fulfillment's going to be happening. It's going to be awesome.
I tell you what, guys, I can't go into depth and I can't talk about it, but the Guinea Pig Collective have got spies everywhere, and we had a few of our guinea pig spies actually checking out the Kraken book. And let me tell you, it is amazing. You guys really need to see this one. If you have read Through the Woods, if you have seen City of Venus, you need to get on board with this one, because this one is going to be epic in ways that I can't even begin to describe. Yes. Do not miss out on this one, guys.
Yeah, these guys, they got to know everything. That's why I'm like, you see why it's so hard to pitch this book. It's like you don't want to give away certain things.
Right. Now, I haven't said a word. Miriam looked out for you this morning when I mentioned the book was finished. She said, no spoilers. She got right up, clap.
Good.
She liked the rogue mama. Oh,
I
shit.
told you, if you spoiled it, I would have taken a drive up to where you live and
shut your mouth.
I understand that.
But
what I can say, guys, it's an amazing story. It's going to take you through an adventure the entire time. You're going to have fun. You're going to love the main character, dude. The protagonist is great, and this man used to be called the Boner King for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. There's some nice pictures. There's some nice panels in there.
Thank you.
He's the fulfillment king now. He used to be, and he's also known as the Ass Master. By the way.
And you got to remember, he didn't give him that name himself. That name was actually bestowed to him. And real quick, I want to hit this. My good buddy Ancient One actually sent me a fake super chat.
Nice.
One day, maybe these things would be real. That'd be something else. A colossal size bag of premium carrots and premium lettuce for Tommy the guinea pig, his wife, and the guinea pig pups, so they can week out of complete happiness. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Ancient One.
Gap Stargate wants to know, Stephen Walton, why are you in the peen movement when you don't have one?
I have a peen. I have a very strong peen.
Notice he said strong and not big.
Thank you, Vinny.
Hey, what's going on? The Memes of Destruction is in the house. What's up, Memes?
Memes, great person in the community. Check out the Memes of Destruction. Going to be on Rogue Entertainment this weekend.
Yeah, Chaos Boy. I would agree with that, man. If they could hold the line. if they can hold the line. They're doing it all by themselves, it seems, right now at this point, because every other franchise that I've talked about over and over again, all these companies seem to be falling in line with the narrative. I mean, nobody thought DC was going to go the way they did, but the writing was on the wall more than 2 years ago, believe it or not, because I seen some of the books that they were getting ready to release and some of the shit that they were promoting. I knew it was heading in that direction. Just trash, and I'm sorry, I can't get on board with that shit. I can't watch it. I can't even look at the trailers.
Oh,
DC, Thor is another one. I don't even want to talk about it. What did I call it earlier? Thought asexual love and menstrual blood.
Tommy, there's some gayness going on in that movie, Tommy.
It's like everything that was horrible in Ragnarok, they amplified in this one.
Yeah, and sprinkle
what it looked
on
like.
it. You know. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, if that's not your thing, then you might look at it and go, ah!
If what's not your thing?
The gay, look, there's this scene.
No. The scene that I saw that was really terrible. Like, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it was for that comic relief between Star-Lord.
I understand that, but it was
the one that I saw that was like, bleh, was King Valkyrie in a pantsuit.
Everybody's going to talk about when we saw that, Red was like, that's King, they, them.
Well, you know what that more than likely is? That's an homage to Kathleen Kennedy and her pantsuits.
Oh, God.
Just think about that. Every time you watch that, you're watching Kathleen Kennedy on screen. What's going on, Immortal Goyle?
Hail, brother.
Hail. Kathleen Kennedy, she never cleaned her peen, and she always unzipped her fly. It was disgusting.
Gap Stargate, thank you. Oh man, since you got him, I'll tell you what, buddy. I remember I went into the office one time and Kathleen Kennedy was in there flicking her dirty bean, and I had to walk right out. And her computer was unkept too, which really turned me off. I don't know what kind of experiences you had, Harrison, but I knew I had to leave that company immediately.
She was masturbating with both hands. It was absolutely disgusting. I can't get it out of my mind. I said, I need another $1 million in a plane. She says I had to do Indianapolis 7. So that's why I did it.
You know what got me is that Tommy, when he was doing that character, he's eyeing up the computer. He's looking at that console. That's just,
a box is a box, Walton. The computer had a box, but she's got a peen.
What if it had a virus?
It is a total dumpster fire, and I just can't with it. Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, a not hole in a tree is a glory hole to Walton's peen.
Oh, fuck, man. Can this please end? It's been like 2 years now. Can we just be done with it? There's nothing truth to that at all.
Tommy just got done saying what a good sport you are. You're having a meltdown.
Some things get old, Red.
Yeah, I know. It's true.
Nice.
Benny, back me up on this, man.
Some things get old. Some things get old.
Some things don't.
There, you've been back.
Jens, be my boy, please.
You've been back. I repeated what you said. Now, fuck off.
Leave Stephen alone. He ain't got time for you fucking planks of wood. Fuck.
Thank you.
What? Won't your planks out of things, Stephen?
Or are you calling a plank away? You're not wrong.
Such heroic nonsense.
That's really
learn to meme, Steven. Learn to meme.
That's really messed up, Tom. I love that movie, and now you're gonna burn that in my brain. I'm done. I'm going for like 5 minutes.
Hey, Tommy, I was just looking around, and I forgot all about this. They had a 10-pack cup.
Yeah, that's the garbage can thing that I was talking about. It was supposed to be a garbage can.
Right. Yeah, I think I got a couple of those. I never got the full 28-pack though.
Yeah, because I remember, like I said, I found a whole ass ton of those things up in the attic, and I couldn't figure out what they were. At first, I thought they were some kind of weird drink cup, so I threw them all out because they didn't have the plastic on them anymore. They were just cup. They looked like cups to me, and I just tossed them. And I was like, "Ah, shit."
Hail to the snow raid in the chat.
What's going here? Oh, and Snowfy, welcome, greetings. Orange Bro Flare On. Greetings.
Hell yeah.
Swing Ball Fairweight. I like some of these names. Megatron, absolutely. There's always going to be some kind of Transformer thing in my streams every single time. Casual, love, not thunder, aka STDS is again. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in my world. Awesome. I always support your favorite people in my chat every single time. If you got somebody's links you want to drop, if you want to drop your own link, I do not mind you supporting yourself in my chat.
Hell.
So I know we're having a lot of fun, and I want to actually try something different, something new, something I just came up with. I'm not too sure about the intros for it. I might have to work on it, but I got a brand new segment that I want to run by you all tonight before I wind up getting into Shockwave. And I know, Red, you said you got to leave fairly soon, or
Possibly. It depends how late we run.
okay. All right. Well, we're going to get into this new segment. This is called Old School Trivia.
That shit with buying on the stairs will never get old.
No, it won't. And when I seen that one with the runner where he face plants into the dirt, I had to have that one on there.
Did you see him taking instructions from the Easter Bunny today?
I've seen that. I did see that. And everybody was saying this is the same guy who's going to deal with Putin, and he's getting stared down by the Easter Bunny.
Holy hell.
Yes, the soup Yahtzee, the soup Nazi. A couple of you guys have gotten that one. I know there's some of those ones were actually kind of difficult. I don't know how many, or how should I say, how often you guys have seen it, or when's the last time you watched Seinfeld. But it's another one that shows. I think it's an automatic classic, and if you haven't watched it, you really need to watch through it all. I don't know what Netflix has done to it, but I heard they actually censored some of the episodes, which is a damn shame. And what's going on? Steve Kenobi, good to see you, buddy.
What's up?
Hail, brother.
Yeah, I thought those were pretty easy. I got them. So where are they now?
Yeah, I got them, and I wasn't even an avid watcher.
Well, I think what I'm going to wind up doing with some of these trivia questions, I'm going to do these trivia things every single week. And at some point, you never know, I'm going to do a trivia question, and I will be giving away prizes for people to get the answers right. I think I might have to increase the time. Do you think 20 seconds enough, or do you think I should bump it up to 30?
I could bump it up a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, for the delay, if nothing else.
For the chat to have a chance to interact.
The soup socialist. Would that be AOC?
Everybody wants to have sex with me.
I would have accepted AOC as the answer for that.
No, nothing for you. You get to own nothing.
Nothing. Get rid of those gas cars. I'm going home in my big giant Hummer SUV.
Thank you to everybody who just joined. If y'all could do us a favor and share out the link. Let's get Tommy to 1,000 subs. We all love Tommy. So let's share it on our social media, share his channel out, share the link out. Let's get this man to 1,000. We need to push this channel to get to monetization because he deserves to be there, man. Hail to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here.
Awesome one wants a Walton plushie for a price.
I'm not going to have anything to do with that. Awesome one. That's no. I'm not.
I'll tell you what. Maybe I can
myself.
Maybe I can make the lawn garden gnome Walton as a prize.
No. No.
You're gonna have to increase the package size though, because Walton was really upset that there was no bulge on that name earlier.
Nothing.
We could probably get Chris Fisk on it. He's got that what is it?
The printer.
Oh, 3D printer, yeah.
Yeah, the 3D printer. That's it. Thank you guys.
Yeah, he could print out Walton like nothing.
You dress me like a Cabbage Patch doll in a micro bikini. I think, what are you doing?
Mankini.
Thank you, Solo Ward.
We'll do them life size. You know, the size of the muscles.
No, whoa! That's a little bit big, Vinny. We're almost going full size there. That's a bit too much.
No, the head.
Jeez, mother. I'm never promoting this channel again. I'm sick of it. I'm done.
I'm going to send you another candle. Steven.
No, you don't need to, dude. You don't need to. I left that one at somebody else's house.
Well, you know what I think the worst thing about that whole candle debacle is I sent them the stinky candle. I told them this one reeks. That's why it's double bagged. And I said, it was for my protection in the car ride. But I also included a secondary candle that actually smelled good to kind of like cut down the stench from the first candle. He literally forgot all about it. He's like, God, how do I get this out of here? He's spraying Lysol all over the place, spraying it in the kids' eyes,
It was gross. It was gross. It was gross. I never, ever, ever want to light anything like that in my home again. Okay. And I had the door open. It lingered, y'all. It lingered. These idiots got me to light it a second time, and it was even worse. They're like timing me. Stay, keep it lit, Steve.
Well, it's because you didn't wait for me, you son of a bitch. You only had to do it once, but you couldn't wait. So
I wanted to get it over with, Vinny. I didn't want to do it again. Y'all made me. I do not kneel.
He just said, okay, get this. He just said, y'all made me, followed by, I do not kneel. How does that work, Walton?
He squats.
I got him under the bathroom.
He lifts his skirt and he squats.
He says he's an a-hole, but he's not, and I'm quoting him here, 100% a dick.
Come on, Walt. You're such a good sport. Don't fail now.
I'm not faltering. I have to go to the potty.
Yeah, definitely don't falter there.
You might fall in. Well, actually, I think his head will save him from falling in.
Oh, damn. Ouch.
Oh, guys, you guys are killing me in the chat, man. You absolutely are hilarious. I know I don't have the time to sit there and read every single one of your chats, but I am paying attention to every single one of them, man. You guys are just killing me. The second time was so retarded. He lit it a third time, Wookie.
He did.
He lit it a third time. Yes.
Send him another one.
He doesn't kneel, but he lit that stinky ass candle 3 times. Well, the second time I could see, because we kind of goaded him into it with the whole, you support independent creators. Vinny wants to see you light it. So we kind of pressured him into that. That was quick thinking on my part, and he had the cave for that. The third
Tommy
time,
is a manipulator.
The third time he completely tripped out.
But you barely even had to force him. Like I got there, I'm like, oh, I missed it. And then Tommy was, light it again. Do it for Vinny. And then he went, okay, and he lit it.
I did it for the chat, Vinny. All right, not you. All right, I get the chat.
Well, fuck you.
Our fans wanted to.
They wanted to see you. They wanted to see you suffer.
I love the chat, but when he just said that, I didn't do it for you, Vinny. No, you do it for me, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Do it like it.
Light it right now.
Do it again. He said, "Do it again."
He has it right now. I know he's lying.
New York.
He said, "You going to kneel, bitch."
It's probably still sitting in the same place because he's afraid to touch it.
No, it's no longer here. I put it somewhere where it deserved to be.
Okay, who did you pay to move it?
Oh man, that was expensive too. My best friend, he doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't know what happened.
I can tell you what happened. The guinea pigs happened. That's what happened.
Hell, brother. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for sharing out links. Thank you to the mods. Smash that like button, share it to link. Let's get Tommy to 1,000 subs.
Wookie says, light it one more time.
Go away, Wook. Aren't you rebranding? Go be something else, you bastard.
All right, guys, I want to get into my last major topic for the night, and I want to talk a little bit about Transformers. Wookie, go ahead and you could drink. You could still drink even when you're rebranded. So I love the G1 Shockwave, and here's a little bit of back history on it, maybe some things that you guys didn't know about it. So here we go.
So we have our good buddy Cliff Jumper here with us again. What's going on, Cliff Jumper? And of course, you know what that means. It's Transformer time.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Now, when I was growing up and I started collecting Transformers, one of the ones that I always wanted to get when I was younger and I could never get my hands on was Shockwave. Shockwave was released with the Hasbro line of Transformers in 1985, but his story does not actually begin then. He was actually already being produced by Korean company Toyco. He was in a gray color and he was listed as the Astro Magnum. And they were also licensing it off to Radio Shack and Radio Shack's UK distributor, Tandy, as Galactic Man. These and other foreign licensors of Takar's products such as Gigi and Joustra flooded the market with the robot to laser gun design. So for a lot of collectors early on, finding an official Shockwave was actually a pretty difficult task. Now, I will mention one other thing. The Radio Shack Galactic Man, when the Transformers came out, wound up becoming Shockwave. While that name wasn't official, that is the one that fans gave to it. In the Sunbow cartoons, Shockwave appeared early and often from the very first episode as very loyal to Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? You are to stay behind. I entrust Cybertron to you, Shockwave. Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall remain as you leave it.
And then we're going to go right into the second part, and then we can have our breakdown discussion of it.
And this was actually not the case because if you read through Shockwave's original bio, his function is a military operations commander. Clarity of thought before rashness of action. Cold, brutal, scientific approach to war. Seeks to overthrow Megatron as leader of the Decepticons because he believes logic says he would be better. As a laser gun can emit lethal beams of energy from anywhere on the electromagnetic spectrum. Gamma rays, X-rays, light, infrared rays, radio waves, etc. Flies in laser gun or robot mode, high fuel use, but can be powered by nuclear sources, often confounded by initiative, emotional thinking. And in the early Marvel comics that Sunbow wound up basing their show off of and worked in conjunction with Marvel, Shockwave was a lot more ruthless and actually had seized power from Megatron and beat the holy tar out of him. The one I have here actually had to be fixed because I bought him broken and I had to get a few different parts and put them together, but this one is actually in working condition and in decent condition considering all the work that I had to put into it. One of the things I will note in his gun form, if you keep his feet out instead of tucked in, you can actually stand him up in his gun mode, and the little targeting plastic that's sitting on the back of him is usually broken in most cases. Another thing you will find broken on Shockwave a lot is the little hoses that his electronics are connected to from his back to his arm.
Your companions won't be as lucky. Such noble nonsense. Decepticons, we're under attack! Scramble! The Transformers! More than meets the eye! The Transformers!
Oh man, I love that figure. I love being able to show that figure. And I tell you one thing I don't love, putting that thing together, because holy shit, did that thing suck to work on.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it sucks because it's like two clamshell halves with the back half of the body and the front half of the body. And the arms have all kinds of springs in it. The legs have multiple springs in it. So if you don't line those two parts up just right, one of the springs will pop out of place and you're taking it all apart again and resetting everything with the arms. Oh, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It took me, I want to say, about 8 hours to put that thing back together properly. And even then, one of the legs is off just a little bit. One of the springs had moved. So I actually need to take them back apart and reset all the springs again.
I want to say I love Shockwave. I love me more now.
Why? Because it gives me a hard time.
No, just the description that you had in that video. I didn't know some of that, and you think about it, more of a cold, calculating military. Like he would have been he should have been a badass, or more of a badass in the cartoon than he was. And I loved him. I loved using the toy. I had him when I was young. But yeah, that was a great presentation, dude. I mean,
Oh yeah, man.
what a good character, just the wealth of characters that we got out of the 80s and those imaginative creators back then. Like, they really cared about what they were putting together, and as far as creating lore and everything
They
around.
seriously did, man. And I love how much Tommy, he does get into all this stuff, man. He breaks it down for you. I mean, I was even before watching the muscle segment and then the Shockwave one, dude. Again, this is why this channel is so great. So if anyone in the chat, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit the like button. Tommy is the man. Yes. He knows what he's talking about too. Like, I've seen other people, they think that they know certain things, like Masters of the Universe or Transformers, and then I'm like, oh yeah, you want the expert? Tommy walks in and he slaps them all in the face with it. He just unzips it right in the face.
And not only does he give you information, but he gives you his the passion, because he really researches it and loves what he's talking about. And so you get that aspect as well. Like, he's ready to debate you if you got anything to say before you even begin.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful.
Well, I got
thing.
something to say. Tommy, how do you feel about this? I have always believed, and to this day maintain, that Shockwave was superior to Megatron. He should have been the leader of the Decepticons. The toy was superior. The character was superior. They didn't do nearly enough with him. He was a total badass in the comics. But yeah, in the cartoon, they didn't do shit with him.
No,
I've
they
always
definitely
loved Shockwave. He's just a bitching character. The design, from the design to the personality to everything, it's just badass.
No, I would definitely agree with that. And I think one of the things that they wound up doing, by the time they wound up making that deal with Sunbow to actually make the cartoon, because obviously the comic came first, because that was the initial production run. Because if it wasn't for Bob Budiansky and why am I blanking on his name? The overhead writer, Vinny, the one who wrote
Jim Shooter.
If it wasn't for Shooter coming up with the original synopsis of what the story was going to be with the Transformers, and then hand it over to Bob Budiansky to actually write all the character bios and actually start the comics, none of the other stuff would have happened. So it all starts right there in Marvel with Shooter and Budiansky. And then they did the deal with Sunbow to actually make the cartoon, and then they transferred some of the lore over, but I think they didn't want too many how could I say it, antagonist to Megatron, because they already had Starscream and they weren't going to change his character and the way he was. So they decided, okay, well, we'll make Shockwave a little bit more subservient so we don't have two people gunning for the leader role at the same time. And they did dumb him down a lot as far as the cartoons were concerned. They made him seem very ineffective. I mean, even Brawn took his ass out in one of the episodes. So
yeah, because I remember Shockwave, he was always more cold and calculating and absolute. You know, Megatron, he was kind of more ego-driven and you know, sinister on that level. But I think Shockwave, he was way more colder and absolute in everything that he did.
Yeah,
Anybody
definitely.
else?
Yeah, Megatron was a dick. He was just a selfish dick. Where you know, Shockwave had, you know, he felt like he had goals, he had purpose. Whereas Megatron was just like, look at me, I'm the fucking Megatron.
Well,
you ain't shit. You ain't nothing. I'm Megatron.
Even in that newer series, man, you know, the scenes he was in, I mean, what they did with him was that, like, we're just doing this. You know, but they were taking all those robots and pretty much just killing them to use their spark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's evil.
It is evil. I mean, I mean, I'd rather see a more sinister side to Megatron, like a more a planner. You know what I mean? Someone who's, you know, a mastermind of some sort, some devious sort. I think that's the one element was missing from Megatron. Like, other than that, I loved him. Yeah. He was a brute. I mean, honestly, right? He was a warrior who fought for other in an arena for entertainment for their masters. You know,
I
didn't
dislike Megatron, but I would simply say, we're a Decepticon. That's who I would want to lead.
Yep.
Right.
Definitely not fucking Starscream. Like, why was he even vying for it?
Starscream is the Joe Biden of the Decepticons. You know, you just throw him in there, and he'll do what you want, and you know, without even understanding.
Right.
Well, it's funny. It's funny. He wasn't even the only of the secret jets that was actually looking to overthrow Megatron and lead the Decepticons. Ramjet was actually another one. If you look at his original bio, he is very much out for himself as well. Another one, believe it or not, is actually Soundwave, because they made him very subservient in the damn cartoon series. Soundwave is actually a master manipulator, and he's a blackmail artist because he's always looking to dig up dirt on the other Decepticons for his own gains. They never touched on that in the cartoon.
So what you're saying is the comics are vastly superior to the characters we got.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So show. Like, could you imagine like a Shockwave, Soundwave team up?
Oh, I know, that'd be awesome.
Solar Warden, my grandmother took me to Zayre's department store to get it. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got most of our Transformers figures from a store called Best. I don't know if that was nationwide or not, but it's a big thing around here for a little while.
Nice.
No, Chris says Chris said he had Shockwave, but got him at a novelty shop called Pips. He has two sounds you could choose from. Yeah, that's the same thing as the regular Shockwave, because they were all made exactly the same from that Korean toy company, Toyco. They were all made exactly the same, and then they were just sent out as it is licensed off. And the only thing Hasbro did is when they got their versions, they had the colors changed and they threw stickers on it. Go ahead, Vinny.
What was I saying? Sorry, there was a few people that jumped in there.
My bad.
Yeah, I was going to say Soundwave. He had his little tape mates, didn't he? Who he'd send out to record stuff for him. So he had like data on other Septibots.
Yeah, well,
Soundwave had those receipts.
Right. Those were his boys. Those were his infiltrators.
And, all of them, man. Dude, yeah, that was a cool thing about him. I mean, none of the other Transformers really had, the Decepticons, they never really had that. It was just him that had like those extra little minions, which was really cool. With they worked all that stuff in there.
I mean,
it was a den of thieves and vipers, man. They didn't care. They were ready to slit each other's throat just to get that power. You know? Oh, it was a Joe Biden thing. That's what I was going to make a joke about that with Megatron. You know,
it's a surefire way. What was it for? Starscream. He'll always fuck up.
Like, you know, that's the.
So you're saying Megatron is actually Obama and Biden's Starscream? You can always count on Starscream to fuck things up.
That was thank you. Sorry, I'm split two different ways. I'm doing an update. My bad. Oh shit.
Yeah, awesome one. Transformer, more than guineas in disguise. I'm not creative too. Tommy, you just gave me an idea. You should do Transformer lore videos like Dash Star. I actually have done quite a few of them. They're sitting on my channel. They're older videos. They kind of get buried in the feed. I think I did put a lot of them under actually a Transformer heading. So I did do that. One of the ones I did I think it was almost a year and a half ago at this point is I did the one on Megatron, and Walton kept going on about how much he enjoyed that video on Megatron.
Yes, it was wonderful.
It's the same thing I did with the Shockwave one. I broke down all the original, incarnations of the figure. I broke down all the lore on him, what he said on his tech spec bios from the original run with Budiansky writing it. I did all that stuff, everything that led up through the movies, all that. Yeah, all the stuff that mattered, everything except Michael Bay, because I just don't talk about that stuff. Chris Fisk, when will we get Chris? What's up with this, man? I thought we were just talking about language skills last night. When will we get the Guinea Pig War series of Transformers? Guinea pigs transform into various weapons and vehicles. Shock Week becomes a gun. Guys, thank you so much. 32 likes already on this. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. Oh, 34 on your end. Awesome. Awesome. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I said beautiful. That's awesome.
Okay.
So, I hope there's no delay today. I mean,
Yeah, I was going to say, look, that Shockwave gun though, I'd never really had that sort of Transformer or seen it much in the UK and that. But yeah, it looked great, real smart and that, as in it had electric lights and that, and was an electric sort of gun sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really smart of Hasbro to reach out across other companies like that, because if they didn't do that, you would have never seen Jetfire, you would have never seen Shockwave, you would have never seen Omega Supreme. That's another one that actually came from Toyco. The colors were a little bit different. I think they were blue and red or something like that. Yeah, it was different colors and everything. And I forget exactly what they called it, something like Sentinel or something like that. So they wound up importing that idea, the Sentinel name, into the Transformers lore when they called them the Sentinel robots.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a lot of that stuff got imported in from other companies. Yeah, Deluxe Insecticons. There was a whole bunch of different ones. Deluxe Autobots, Roadbuster and Whirl were also imports. There was a whole lot of them they imported from other companies. And that was why a lot of times you didn't see some of these figures, like Japan never really got Jetfire at all.
Uh-huh.
There was no Jetfire sent under the Transformers branding, because Bandai was still releasing it as part of their Macross Robotech series. So they could not license it in Japan. And Shockwave, I'm pretty sure he had a similar fate. You didn't see very many or any at all in Japan, because they were being sold under different names in Japan through the
It had
various
nothing to do with
companies.
the license. It had nothing to do with any kind of license. They just
Yeah, that was the thing. There was already licensing to a lot of these companies in Japan. So when Transformers wound up acquiring those rights, they couldn't market it in certain areas. And what's going on? The Grand Gamer, welcome. It is good to meet you. I'm glad that you are here. I hope that you have a lot of fun.
Thank you for being here, guys. Share out the link, smash the like. Let's get Tommy to 1,000 subs. It's an excellent channel, great crew of people, wonderful videos, and the best chat on YouTube. Hail, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much.
I think Chris might be onto something here. Starscream is more of the Kamala Harris of the Decepticons. You hear that thing's shrill voice?
I can see that. What's going on, man? Eats up with Kuyan. Yeah, he's got a show coming up tonight, doesn't he? After this,
8:30.
Oh yeah,
8:30, I believe. 8:35. Monday is 8:35.
That's right.
I don't know,
I'm pretty good at remembering most of those times.
Might be able to argue Hillary Clinton for Starscream, because he was a little bit more intelligent and calculating, I think, than you can give Kamala Harris credit for.
And you know what?
Got the shrill voice.
Yeah, but I think Hillary wins more than Starscream.
No, all right. We'll
Does
split
she?
the difference. He's the Nancy Pelosi. How about that? Calculated. Like, look how much money she made. That's very calculated.
I don't remember
you know what?
Starscream being a lush.
Well, you know what though? The hand thing. That's very much like Starscream sitting in the background rubbing the palms.
Yeah, that's true.
He's clapping at the weirdest, oddest shit about people dying.
Hey, Lasso of Truth, take care. Thank you for being here.
Thank you,
Great one,
Lasso.
Lasso of Truth.
They cut out all the scenes where Starscream filleted Megatron. Fellatioed. Is that what you meant?
Wait.
Elated?
what kind of Transformers are you watching, Chris?
Yeah, Michael Baseball.
There you go.
Oh, so
Those are the ones.
So you mean this is for kids? Oh, right. Oh, we'll have to wait till 2022 till we release this version.
No, there were so many great characters that actually came out of that franchise alone, and that's not including all the other franchises that came out, like G.I. Joe, and I mean, even stuff like that is a little bit lesser known, like Brave Star. Those characters were actually still pretty cool, and they were actually well defined through their storyline, even though it was relatively short. And they actually did have a short movie for Brave Star as well. Eventually, I will get to that one because I know me and Steve Kenobi were talking about that one, and my brother was heavily into Brave Star. I don't know how much you guys remember about that one.
I remember watching it. I don't remember too many details about it, but it was definitely a cartoon that was in the rotation for me.
Well, I think it was a little bit different because it was an American, American native, I guess is the proper terminology.
Yeah.
Can't use things like Indian or something like that anymore because somebody's going to say racist.
Just say feathers. It was a fun cartoon. It was space, wasn't it? It was on a whole other planet.
Yeah, it was on a whole different planet, and that freaking horse, the freaking horse.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing. No, I mean that's pretty cool. Have you done a review on that, or are you going to talk about it?
I haven't done it yet. It's something that actually I had planned on doing at some point, and since I went back through my father's house, I did find my brother's old toys, and he did have Brave Star and Tex Hex.
Yeah. Because I remember the Brave Star toys and that, because the horse was pretty good, as in they got the sort of like horse to sort of be a horse, and then sort of I think transform up to like the dude sort of horse, sort of. Well, when the horse thing walks on two legs, anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, the toy was actually the same way. You could stand the toy up on two legs as the horse, and then you could put him down four legs and throw Brave Star on his back. So, it's got some weird connotations there, if you ask me. Like, he's jumping on the horse's back,
What? It was a robot horse, though, if you remember. It was mechanical. That's why it could like. It wasn't like a genetically modified horse. I think it was a robot.
Yeah, it was a robot horse. Yeah,
So Jens, are you telling me that you are a mechanical bigot? This is a damn shame. I can't believe that the guinea pig would allow something like that on his channel. If you are not showing love for machine, Jens, we may have to do something about that electronically.
Yeah,
Mondo, would you do that horse?
I have seen a few people who have sex with machines, but like no, not really. Until they get a Kelly Brook fucking lifelike cybernetic sex doll. No, I'm not interested.
And what are you talking about, Walton? Would I have sex with that horse? I already did. The name is Kathleen Kennedy.
All right, dong lover.
Slasher McSplitter breaks in with there's an episode of Brave Star where a kid dies of an OD.
Wow.
All right.
That's incredible. Isn't it, Jens?
Yeah. That's hopefully I've got that on the episode on the VHS tape I've got on Brave Star. What I bought years ago, and I just like kept it because I'm thinking VHS tapes could be worth millions in the future. So.
Yeah, Bravestar did it before Super Mario World with Yoshi. Awkward Dom sub characters introduced to kids in the 1980s.
Yeah,
No, wait,
it must be worth
what
more
just
that
happened?
though if you've got an original copy, because I reckon they might have deleted that because it's like, oh no, can't have kids.
Well, that's another one. It's like really difficult to actually find a physical copy of that anymore. So
I'm not creative. I don't think that he'd be Optimus. I think Trump would be Omega Supreme because he's huge. Thank you.
Huge.
would he be him or would he be like Metroplex?
Now maybe Metroplex. I mean,
The
either
orange
way.
aspect has me leaning towards Omega Supreme.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I thought him. Thank you,
Awesome
Red.
one. Awesome one. There's an episode of Tommy where Walton gets treated like a human.
Yeah,
I don't
believe it
know.
or not.
I don't know where that episode is, and I don't believe it. It's all lies.
It's before we knew each other and we still had respect.
It got canned for the shit ratings.
Oh, it did. Well, I remember that show. Like I said, I remember it. I just that it was definitely in the rotation. If it came on, I was watching it. I don't remember if it was on Saturday morning or not, but it wasn't one of the weekday cartoons that I would watch. I do remember that. It was like a weekend thing.
Yeah, there were so many of the weekend cartoons that didn't really seem to play during the week. I
Yeah.
remember one of the other ones is Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh, Thundar was great.
I always caught that on Saturday. I never seen that played during the week. Same thing with like Godzilla and Godzuki and some of the other weird ones I used to watch.
Yeah, Tommy, you know what? The early Cartoon Network was a bastion of those shows, wasn't it? It was so much good shit back when Cartoon Network first launched because you would get those TV shows you hadn't seen in forever, real late night. Treated like a human.
Who put the bow tie on it?
God, Chris. Chris, I thought we were friends.
All's fair in love and war. Oh, Wookie just finished channel announcement video.
Really?
Oh, here we go.
Awesome, Wook.
Gap Stargate, sub to Walton to learn how he cleans his short peen.
Thanks, Gap. You son of a.
Hey, see,
This isn't
even
fair,
me.
all right?
It's
Gap.
not even me now.
Gap is the captain. He's now the captain of the Rogue Entertainment mods. You can't give me shit. You're supposed to be nice to me.
Wow, that sounds like blackmail to me. You want to keep your
No,
job,
no,
Gap? You want to keep your position? Then you better be nice to me. You better not talk about my peen, boy.
This is not a Weinstein situation, Red. Okay?
Uh-huh.
It's not happening like that.
No, it's a Walton situation.
Man lives in
Arguably
gay.
worse.
No, it's not.
Very good.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Wookie, when you rebrand your channel, make sure to tag me, tag everybody in it, man. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, man, make sure to drop that stuff too.
Yes.
Whatever you got for the new video announcement, if you got like a little announcement, drop it in the chat right now, man. Go ahead, let people know. Let's see what the Wookiee's up to. You're still going to be Wookie to me.
You're always going to be Wook. It's
You'll
not changing.
always be Wookie to me. Oh no, Gap running from Walton. What? Yes,
You wouldn't
ma'am,
be-
Walton.
You wouldn't be the
Yes,
first
ma'am.
Gap to run from Walton. All right. So
I never does that.
Did I hear that correctly?
Jesus, it's only the biggest goddamn hole in the world.
I know a little something about Walton.
Have you ever wondered how sad it is that your son's only sexual outlet is tossing off to magazines in the bathroom?
Kelly LeBrock was so hot in that movie. I love Weird Science.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh my Lord. Drop and give me 20. Yeah, yes, honey.
You know, when I think back to some of the more hilarious, like high school teen movies, though, I mean, first one I always go back to is freaking Porky's.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I haven't
What did
seen
they
that in forever.
Did they make 3 of them or 4 of them? I forgot.
They made 3 of them. 3 of them. I have the collection set of them, and holy crap! You know, after all those years of not watching, I popped the damn DVDs in one night, and I was sitting there watching the first one, and I was like, okay, it's funny, and I rolled out once it got to the principal office scene. That tallywhacker, I don't know about it.
Loose Screws was a good movie. Used to watch that back in the day. Boobs from like the outset. You know, that was a good, fun romp of a movie too.
Yeah, anytime you got boobs in like the first 5 minutes, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be fun in 80s. In 80s
It's gonna
films,
be a classic.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a horror film.
Either way,
I'm
watching it.
I mean, what horror movie didn't start off with a sex scene somewhere in it?
Listen, Tom, I come from the school that if I see a horror film and there are no breasts, that's not a horror film. It's not. That's something making believe it's a horror film.
Okay,
with
what if
with few exceptions?
Horror without horror.
Well, what if that horror film starts off with the breast of Nancy Pelosi? Blech.
Oh, that's horror from the get-go.
It doesn't count.
Walton's still watching it.
Nah, you know, we see that and think, taffy and mothballs. Like, I don't want to, no, get this.
It sounds like you've had some experience with that before.
No, don't put that on me. Don't.
You've
be like
got the
Red Gaze.
taste in your mouth. You just said so.
Don't be like Red Gaze projecting stuff.
Oh, here we go. Listen, he just repeats the lines. He takes your lines, throws them back at you. No originality in this guy whatsoever.
I learn from the best. Listen, Red.
You do, but you suck at it. Just improve. That's all I'm asking.
I'm not getting into this today. It's too late in the stream. This isn't about that. I don't want to scare Jens. He's still innocent.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to scare Jens. This guy was just in a bar fight, Walden. He'll take your ass out.
No, well, you never know, because like a man who fucking of Stephen's talents could be scary, depending on.
Are you talking about his talents on the computer or in the bathroom?
Oh my
Well,
God!
all over,
Why are we
all
going
over.
there?
He's a man of mystery, isn't he, Stephen? In the woods, in the street.
God damn! Jens!
Well, hey, I'm giving you a compliment, mate.
Oh yeah, I hear it. Thanks, bro.
Great compliment.
God damn it!
Hey, Walton.
Anybody ever trying to take your man?
No.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it just happened. My brother from the UK just took it. He just threw everything right on top of your shoulder, hammered you to the ground like a small railroad spike, and that was it.
Yeah, you're awful. You're an awful.
I'm awful.
You're a bad man.
No.
Wonderful conversation. Great presentation, man. Shockwave is one of my favorite characters. One of my absolute favorite.
No, I definitely want to get back more into a lot of the Transformers because that is really like my number one franchise. It's always been since I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, there was stuff before it, but once Transformers came along, that is the thing that actually captivated me up until this day because I'm still collecting them. And Vinny knows. I mean, we talk about it all the time, all the money we're wasting on these new toys.
Yeah, I just picked up the Cybertronian version of Ratchet today.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
How much did you get that one for?
$20. It was from the Bumblebee movie. I guess that opening scene when you
Oh,
see some
okay,
robots.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
How's it
look
look,
kinda
dude?
neat. They look pretty cool. I didn't open them up yet. I literally got back from the store, ate, and then jumped on here. But,
You gonna do a
it was
video
pretty
on it? You gonna bring it on Collectible Past or something?
yeah, possibly. There's a bunch of stuff I need to shoot, so I'm kind of behind on that. Like I said, I've been working damn hard on this book. So yeah, I'm happy the book is done. I'm ecstatic, and yeah, I can't wait to order the sample copy on that.
I'm not creative. Are you sure? I really thought that there was like a boob shot in Critters for some reason.
What?
A boob shot?
There's no boobs in Critters?
I don't know. I thought there was for some reason. Like it was just like a flash one or something. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Critters, I don't remember that being a good film. My dad was a Tremors nut. He loved those films, the whole universe.
I tell you where there's a tit scene in Critters where he turns himself into a woman, I think, and then he looks at his tits or something, and I think you see the tits then.
Thank you, Jens. That's boobs. Confirmed. Jens said it. Awesome.
Thank you again, Gap Stargate, for putting everybody's links for their projects out there. I
Yes,
really
sir.
do appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Thanks so much.
Gap is awesome. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you and all the mods out there. Mod in the chat, throwing out links. Thank you so much. Smash the like button, share out the link. Let's get Tommy to 1,000 subs, y'all. Let's make this happen for this man. He's been fighting YouTube for years. He deserves it. Deserves that monetization.
I will keep on fighting them until until they quit, because I'm not going to give up. They can't stop me. They've tried. They tried to knock me all the way back down to 400 when when everything happened up north. After I was like getting close to 700, they knocked me all the way down, and they thought, okay, we got rid of this guy. Guess what? I crawled right back up again. Thanks to everybody that's in the chat. Thank you for every single one of you. They're always sharing my stuff out there and letting people know what we're doing over here. I try to have as much fun as I can. I try to bring you stuff that's interesting, maybe show you something you didn't see before, or maybe even tell you something you didn't know about some of these old franchises before, because I think I've said it over and over again. This is where it starts, paying respect and homage to the stuff that came before, the stuff that we love, the stuff that actually we grew up on, that's part of our mythos, that they're actively trying to destroy in the current media form. And we can't allow them to do that, but it's got to start from that place of, why are you fighting for it? Go back and remember this old stuff for what it is. Get back in touch with it. And then you know you're going into battle with real information where these fakes and these phonies have nothing to counter the argument with. Why do you love this franchise so much? This is why. Because this happened. Because this brand of toys seen me through a hard time, or maybe because it reminds you of somebody who bought it for you from a loved one or something. Like my first like bigger Transformer was Jazz, and that was from my aunt that bought that. And I always remember that character, and I'm very fond of that character for that exact reason, because that was the first larger Autobot that I ever got, and it was from my aunt who passed away many years ago. But that's a memory that I have from stuff like that. So when they tell you it doesn't matter, that it's just a cheap toy line, or it's just a stupid cartoon or a dumb comic book, you know what? It's always that until it affects them. Because the minute it affects something that they like, then all of a sudden they're sitting there trying to say that it shouldn't be happening like that. It's a freaking hollow and really pathetically hypocritical argument that I actually put out there. But guys, thank you so much for being here. I know we're going to have to wrap this one up. We got a few of us that are getting ready to, have to jet. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw the panel a little bit of time to actually talk about what they got going on. And we always lead into it thusly.
You know me, but I don't remember smelling you before. Who are you and where do you come from?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter. Sunsworn.com is where you find the good stuff. We got the probe coming up on Thursday, right before Collectible Pass, with the two best guineas on YouTube. And yeah, we just do some morning shows occasionally around 10 a.m. or so. Might be one or two of those coming this week. But yeah, had fun tonight.
And that's what it's all about, man. That's
what it's all about. Some muscles and some Shockwave. Couldn't have come on a better show.
No.
Awesome. What about Sunsworn? How much more time do you got on that one?
Time's ticking away. I never know for sure, because I'm trying to get certain things in order. So as soon as those things get in order, it's probably going to be coming down. But it'll reappear at some point. But I'd get it now if I were you, because that Vinny cover is never coming back.
Never. Thank you, Red. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on and having some fun. And I'm glad we got to actually have a topic that you were interested in.
Yeah, man.
With this show, right?
Yeah, well, oftentimes you do. It's just, this is generally a hard time for me to kind of get my shit together and get on because of work and whatnot. But I had off today, so it was easy to slide in, and it just ended up being a perfect topic. So
awesome.
Good timing all around.
Excellent.
Guys, make sure to check out Red's channel. Make sure to check out Sunsworn, Wings of Vengeance, while he's still around. And just keep your ears open for the March of the Dominion.
Yeah, it's time.
Scan for identification.
Oh, man, I cut you off there, Red. I thought you were done.
That's all right. It's all right. I was just saying it's coming. It's coming. So is Bond's The Cursed Child. So, yeah, just keep your eye out. Bloodbound Blitz is pumping this year.
And get that Sunsworn cover. Like you said, my cover's going to be gone. And when it's gone, the only way to get another Vinny cover in Sunsworn universe is the next box. So get ready, folks. But yeah, and shout out to Kraken. I just put out the update just a few minutes ago, letting everybody know who backed the project that yes, the book is complete. Doing the final kind of little revisions on the lettering and stuff. Making sure all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, and all that great stuff. And so I'm going to be ordering my sample copies to make sure everything prints perfectly and everything looks amazing. and then the big order. So yeah, get ready. Make sure to update all of your addresses and all that stuff. Yeah, this is going to be an awesome time. In the meantime, catch me in about a half hour over on the Place Reviews. We're riding in. The Horsemen are coming, and yeah, do we know which one we are yet? I don't know. It's anyway. It's a good time. And then over on my channel, there's going to be more figure reviews. There's going to be, more art streams as well. I'm going to eventually start doing those again. And my regular streams are Fridays and Sundays. So, jump on it. Subscribe, like, all that great stuff. And we're going to have a good time. Chat, panel, I love you guys. I do have to jump out right now, though. But, yeah, everyone have a great night.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you for being here.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Later, folks.
Later.
Scan for identification.
Dude, thank you guys so much for being here. Hail to you. Thank you for being the best chat on YouTube. Thanks to all the mods for sharing out all those links. And guys, please, seriously, let's share out a link for Tommy's channel everywhere on social media. Let's get this man. 1K for Tommy. Let's make it a hashtag. Thank you, Chaos Hoy, for bringing that up. Hashtag 1K for Tommy. Let's get this man monetized. It's a great channel, great crew of people, and wonderful chat that supports us. Thank you guys so much for being here week after week. Thank you for never giving up. And thank you for being the best chat on YouTube. Please remember to subscribe to all the wonderful people on this panel. Jens has got a great channel, does live streams late at night. Please go take care of him. Go check out the Red Gaze, back Sunsworn, still in demand, and Bonds from Nerium Nova. And please, if you just let Vinny know every time you see him, congratulate him for doing a great job and completing another book that will be fulfilled from the Fulfillment King. Thank you guys very much. I'm currently working on the Fan Menace Volume 2. Please come check me out this Friday at my channel for Friday Night Rogues at 11 p.m. and then Rogue Entertainment this weekend. We're going to have the Memes of Destruction and Han Star stopping through. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian, your historian, born in the chats with Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, with my brothers and sisters defending our modern myths. Peace.
Thank you, Walton. I appreciate, bro. I appreciate you being
Appreciate
on.
you, brother, man.
All right, man. And now we got our man. We got our co-host coming up.
Very interesting. I see your hobbies are drinking, smoking weed, and all types of ill shit.
Yeah, like no speaking too good, but yeah, I'll try and speak a bit properly. But yeah, I've got a Moon Knight episode 3 video that's 95% processing, but YouTube, I think they're seeing how masculine it is and that, and they're not wanting to promote masculinity much, and so yeah, the processing is being a bit tricky. But then yeah, I should have a live stream tomorrow where in between Tuesday afternoon to Wednesday night sort of thing, where I'll probably be talking about Moon Knight episode 3, how great it was, and then Bond, which is a View to a Kill, the Roger Moore film, which I'll be reviewing on Wednesday. And I've got a Twitter account at 27A Pedersen, Pedersen.
Awesome.
Cheers, Owen.
Thank you, Jens, for always being here like you always are. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, well, hey, some muscles is one of them where, yeah, if you want for muscles, I might not have bothered with a multi-gym. And so, thanks to Muscles and He-Man figures.
Yeah, man.
I got down, yeah, I started lifting them weights. Even though some of them muscle fit figures didn't look like they'd been down to the gym. But most of them did. Because I remember an Ultimate Warrior style one that like, it was like, oh yeah, the proper just sort of like copied Ultimate Warrior, but because like they didn't call it Ultimate Warrior, they could get away with it.
At one point, Muscle actually did delve a little bit into the the other realms. Like they did have some WCW ones, they did have some WWF ones, and I think they had some comic book heroes as well at one point. So
yeah.
But guys, thank you to everybody that's been on the panel. I really do appreciate you guys coming on and having some fun with us. Everybody that's been in the chat, every single one of you have been amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing it out. We're showing respect to the old stuff, having some fun, and showing everybody why it does matter every single time that we do these streams. Remember, guys, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And we will catch you next time. Later, y'all.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm E. Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews.
I am the Patriot, Drew Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up?
Yeah, I'm Vinny Tartamella. I'm the creator of The Woods.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? And getting people like this.
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tone Death Rockin'.
I mean, we have a lot of cool things over there. I did some magic tricks.
Hi, guys. Try to stay here.
My name is Monkey Knight.